I'm Lou Ogden, and I'm privileged to serve as your mayor. The City of Tualatin is a family and business-friendly community, offering exceptional amenities for its residents and its businesses. It's one of the top areas in the Portland metropolitan region to call home for more than 26,000 folks, and a commercial and industrial area which houses businesses such as Lamb Research, Legacy Meridian Park Medical Center, as well as Bridgeport Village, a premier retail destination. Tualatin is known for its vibrant neighborhoods, outstanding education system, strong business community, and high-paying family wages, also safe neighborhoods. Tualatin enjoys beautiful community parks and trails, and the lake at the Commons, which is a hub of activity and central community gathering place throughout the year. The community also takes great pride in preserving its historic roots and its hometown feel. Residents here appreciate the arts, which is apparent in the display of public art around town, that they enjoy one of the best libraries in both Washington and Clackamas counties, with over 342,000 visitors this past year. In 2012, a number of new initiatives were launched. It was a busy and important year in Tualatin, and there are many highlights to share, from transportation to looking towards the future. The community has been engaged in discussions on transportation in Tualatin for the past 18 months, and it begs the question, are we there yet? We can proudly say that the year of transportation is over, and the outreach for the Transportation System Plan, more commonly known as the TSP, is complete. The TSP is a long-range guide to transportation investments in our community. It outlines the policies and the projects that are important to protecting and enhancing our quality of life here in Tualatin. The TSP process was integral to its success.
It's been a long year, though, and a lot of work. And we had a great task force full of a lot of citizens and business people that really put forth the time and the effort to make a difference, and I appreciate their work. This time we turned it upside down, and we started out with the public, and we asked the community what they thought. Where were the issues? What could we do to make them better? And then we turned it over to the technical side and had them do studies to see how it would help and see if it was enough. And I think it turned out really well.
Tualatin is not a great place simply by chance. The community has evolved into what you see today due to careful and thoughtful planning. There are many long-range planning projects currently in progress which will enhance the community as it grows. The Basalt Creek Transportation Refinement Plan passed a major milestone in 2012.
To me, the Basalt Creek area is really important because we have that's our biggest neighborhood down south of Tualatin, and we don't want to impact those neighborhoods in any way that is negative.
Growth and development has been hampered by the uncertainty revolving around the transportation improvements in the area. After a year of hard work and collaboration with our regional partners, as well as input received from the CIOs in South Tualatin, a resolution was reached, and the multi-jurisdictional team unanimously approved a new roadway that will move traffic east and west. As the committee worked on the update for the Transportation System Plan, they also provided input for linking Tualatin and for the Southwest Corridor projects. The most significant investment that is envisioned to be made in this corridor is transit service. The Southwest Corridor is directly linked with linking Tualatin. The purpose of linking Tualatin is to engage our local residents regarding Tualatin's specific needs and our desires for the location of increased transit services. We hope to have high-capacity transit alignment identified and agreed upon by the summer of 2013. It's very evident that Tualatin has a highly engaged community. There are a few new things which happened in 2012 to enhance the city's engagement efforts. As part of the Tualatin Tomorrow Vision Plan and the City Council's priorities, it was planned to complete a website redesign to make information easier to find on the city's website and to offer users access to their city services 24/7. The new website was launched in June and has received great feedback from the community. We've also seen significant increases in social media followers. The city hopes to continue to build an audience through social media to keep the community informed about important issues and events. Citizen involvement is really on the rise. 2012 saw the full establishment of all 6 of the residential CIOs as well as the commercial CIO. The CIOs have already been involved in many important efforts, including National Night Out, the Citizens Police Academy, and many more. Tualatin builds community through fun, sometimes wacky, but just plain awesome events held throughout the year. These events receive national, and even worldwide attention. From the ever-popular Crawfish Festival to Art Splash, there's no shortage of entertainment happening from season to season. This year's Crawfish Festival was themed Viva Las Vegas, complete with Elvis impersonators and the largest crawfish festival west of the Mississippi, and is one of the great events that makes Tualatin so special for more than 50 years. Gaining attention across the globe this year was Tualatin's famous West Coast Giant Pumpkin Regatta. The regatta receives much attention from local broadcasts and national travel magazines. But this year, it was even featured on a broadcast in Taiwan. Tualatin is a community to celebrate, and these events certainly highlight all the great things Tualatin has to offer. So much of the work that happens in Tualatin would not be possible without the volunteers who give their time and their talents to their community. There were almost 30,000 hours of volunteer service given by over 1,200 people through our official city volunteer program. They assist with events like tree plantings, library services, and so much more. Tualatin's youth are very involved in their community, from volunteering to participating in community events. Tualatin fosters the growth and learning of the kids who live here, and the community will have a brighter future because of them. Despite continued challenges nationally and regionally, Tualatin continues to show economic strength and stability. 2012 was a hallmark year for new development in Tualatin. About $92 million was invested in buildings throughout town. This represents the most private investment in Tualatin since 2007. Some of the major private development projects included Election Bridgeport Apartments, Stafford Hills Racquet Club, a new Portland General Electric facility, Marquee, as well as numerous smaller projects throughout the city.
I think a lot of the businesses I work with like to be in Tualatin for the same reason I like working down here, and that is that there's a big mix of businesses. There's a lot of tech manufacturing companies that use a lot of the local businesses to do their outsourced work. I think right now that the city's making a big push to make Tualatin more business friendly, and that's what I appreciate most.
The council and the community is committed to supporting economic development in Tualatin to attract businesses which support the high quality of life enjoyed by the community. Our business community pays half of all of our property tax and contribute greatly to our police, library, and park systems, which the folks who live here get to enjoy. Tualatin residents and businesses enjoy a safe community where residents know their neighbors and they care for one another. The community is served by the Tualatin Police Department and by Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue, who work together to respond to calls and emergencies and also assist in building community through extensive participation with the neighborhoods and the businesses in Tualatin.
Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue serves 3 counties and 9 cities, Tualatin being one of those. Specifically for Tualatin, we ran 2,500 calls last year within the city limits. 80% of the calls we respond to are actually medical in nature, emergency medical. Those most commonly in Tualatin because of the age demographic or cardiac calls, breathing problems, or falls. They tend to be the highest on the list. Well, Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue does feel it is truly an honor to serve the citizens of Tualatin, and we're just so happy to be a partner with the city.
This year we were more active with our citizen involvement organizations. We had partnerships with other people within the city, such as we received automatic external defibrillators that were donated to us, which we've used quite a bit. We had Tualatin Together that donated and built the drug take-back box that's in our lobby, and just getting our officers out there engaging citizens. National Night Out, that's always a big one. We are face-to-face with probably over 1,000 people at the different neighborhoods we go to. And it's in a non-enforcement way, so that's good for us because people get to see us as human beings and we're not giving someone a ticket or taking someone to jail. Crawfish Festival, the Halloween, we're out in the neighborhoods giving candy to children and being visible. There's just all kinds of community events that we're involved in. It's community policing. They're our eyes and ears. We can't be everywhere in the city all the time, and so we rely on them to report suspicious activity. We rely on them to basically help patrol our parks, patrol our neighborhoods, and so we have to make that connection with our community.
Tualatin is a city recognized for its parks, for its trails, and for its natural areas. Public art is featured throughout Tualatin. It not only beautifies the city, but it also pays tribute to the history of Tualatin. In 2012, the city unveiled the new Gateway sculpture, welcoming all to the city of Tualatin as they drive in along Tualatin-Sherwood Road. The Tonquin Ice Age Trail Master Plan work continues, and the public were very involved in shaping the future of this trail throughout the year through public outreach efforts with the city of Tualatin and with Metro. When the trail is complete, it will connect the Willamette and the Tualatin Rivers, the cities of Tualatin, Sherwood, and Wilsonville, and dozens of neighborhoods, businesses, schools, and parks all along the way. The city of Tualatin supports recreation for all ages, and in 2012, it has enhanced its offering for adults 50 and over. The city is now operating programming at the Juanita Pohl Center with a full-time center supervisor. The Tualatin Library has also been working to expand programming for the adults 50 and over population. The library received a natural resources grant targeting adults 50 and over. This grant will expand volunteer opportunities for active adults and build an inventory of local expertise on a wide variety of topics. In 2012, Tualatin began reflecting on its history and how far it has come by planning for the community's 100th birthday. The Tualatin Centennial Committee has planned many fun and exciting events for the year to commemorate this milestone for the community. There'll be fireworks, centennial art, a discovery challenge, and many, many more.
Well, of course, what I'm looking forward to most is the one I'm so involved in, and that is the reenaction of the big fight around the vote for incorporation in 1913. It's really an exciting event. We have two sides so diametrically opposed, one wanting incorporation for certain reasons, one group not wanting incorporation for certain reasons, and how the community divided itself. We know who voted for the petition. And so we're going to bring all those people back to life. And then we're going to show how the democratic system worked. I think that's really exciting. Tualatin's a wonderful community, and I know a lot about what it was like before the incorporation. And you know, the incorporation just brought Tualatin together. And ever since, it's just worked together so well. Tualatin is just a warm, loving community.
There's so much to learn about Tualatin's history and how it came to be as the place residents know and love today. 2012 was an exciting year in Tualatin. The City Council thanks the residents, the businesses, our community partners, volunteers, and our staff who make Tualatin a great place to work, live, and play.